Okay, so summary for Vikings Gone Wild. And first off, we've decided to try a little something new here. We will have the camera wife in front of the camera for the summary, so you're not just kind of guessing at the gestures / facial expressions that I'm reacting to. So, feel free to let us know what you think. Front of the camera, behind the camera, turn the camera upside down, spin it rapidly. Let us know what you think. Anyway, so Vikings Gone Wild. First off, the core deck building components function very competently. It all flows fairly smoothly once you get the slight differences down. The importance of not just immediately throwing your cards in the discard pile and things like that. That'll be a little bit of an adjustment for people, used to virtually any other deck builder.
Yeah.
Of which there are many. The Dominions, the Ascensions, all that stuff. So, on the positive side, first of all, the artwork's terrific. It's bright and shiny and crazy and absolutely fits, Vikings Gone Wild.
Yeah.
It's adorable. It's cute. And that makes it easier to punch other players in the face.
Yeah.
It's less offensive to be attacked by these goofballs and fight them off with sheep cannons and stuff
I'm defending my town hall with a chicken tower against a Pigator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is exactly what it sounds
is
like.
Hilariously amusing for sure. Also, when it comes right down to it, attacking another player rarely has any serious consequence for them. At most, you're going to lose a resource or two. The points and stuff your opponent may gain don't affect your position and your standing at all. So, not exactly the end of the world when you get attacked. Also, in a multiplayer game, there's that big explodey token thingy. Yeah, it kind of looks like... Oh yeah, that's right. That's the that you'll place in front of yourself to indicate, to indicate that you can't be attacked again until the next turn.
The next turn. Well, that building can't be.
No, you as a player can only be attacked once.
Oh.
We haven't gotten to play this with a bunch of people, unfortunately. So our knowledge on that is limited to 0. But no, how it would actually work is you can't be attacked again until the next turn. So you can't just get beaten on repeatedly until all your gold is stolen from your storage, and so on and so forth. So beyond that, it has the neat little attack defense mechanic that's a lot of fun. You don't see that too terribly often.
Yeah.
And, combining the scrolling cards with the static cards, gives you a measure of predictability and strategy without complete foreknowledge of what's going to happen. Also, same deal with the Divine Favor cards. 2/3 of your options, but not all of them. Anything you'd like to?
Not exactly about the base game. I'd like to add some about the expansion.
Yeah, we'll get there in a moment, I think. Now, on the slightly less positive side, due to the fact that most of what's out here is static and will be out here every time with the base game, replay is kind of low on this one.
Yeah.
You're seeing these same 12 cards as the core of what you're buying every single time you play. It's pretty darn easy to come up with an optimal strategy for yourself and execute essentially it every single time you play, or to encounter somebody else who does.
Well, and in the base game, there's only 4 extra...
Yeah, you do get some variety in the in-game scoring, certainly, but this all is going to be exactly the same, which, leads to some limited strategies and some limited replay, really. Now, there are expansions, of course, which we have, that It's a Kind of Magic adds a variety of new cards, some new mechanics, and the ability to actually purge stuff from your deck, which is cool, and you can floop stuff in and out to your liking, and change out objectives, and do all this neat stuff.
It gives you a customizable...
Yeah, and it's an absolute must-have. Just complete must-have if you want some replayability in this.
Yes.
I would say, too, that go a little beyond the rule book, and instead of just swapping stuff in and out, add some more options. Add, 7 or 8 available buildings, and, maybe even 9 purchasable
Or
these
add the
kind of
spells
cards.
to the defense and the
As opposed
attack.
to replacing. Because then there's really some seriously different directions that you can go when you play. You might run into somebody with the light, lean, quick deck, somebody else with a whole ton of high-powered stuff, somebody else with, building focus, and it can give you some real variety and some change. But however, that necessitates purchasing an expansion
Yes.
by itself.
Sorry, I was going to say which depends on your purchasing power.
Talk to them, not me.
It depends on if this is something you really like. We tend to purchase expansions with the game ahead of time, knowing that we like to expand on things.
Right, we do quite a bit of research on the thing before we buy it, so we're fairly confident that we're going to like it.
Yeah.
And we do. The negative aside, we very much enjoy this. It's a great popcorn deck builder. It tends to play pretty darn quickly when you're used to the game. Because like I said, a lot of it you can plan out between your turns what you're going to do. The hand drawing thing limits that a little because you don't actually see your cards until right before you use them, but you can have an overall, okay, I want a gold factory as soon as physically possible. And then you figure out how to make the cards in your hand make that happen.
Well, and I also like how it's accessible because it's easy to learn, and it's one of those that you can teach your family.
Yeah, right. There's nothing overly complicated to this, and for the most part, you can explain as you go and elaborate as you go, and so on and so forth. It also with the expansions can be a cooperative game. Can have a variety of different cards. Can be a 2v2 game with the Guild Wars expansion. I mean, it goes a lot of directions with.
Sorry.
Yes, hello, dog.
You didn't knock over the tripod.
That is true. You can go a lot of different directions with it, and the expansions are pretty darn cost effective. The base game, I want to say, retails around $45, give or take, 45, 55, somewhere in there. And the expansions are, I want to say, 20-ish, give or take. So, not hugely costly, especially coming from a small company, which is nice. But yeah, I definitely would say that if you're going to get this, get at least It's a Kind of Magic with it. You need it. It's important. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's about it.
Yeah, I'd say that covers it pretty darn well there. At some point we may, do a video for expansions, but we may just add some gameplay segments to this one since, it's not redoing the game or anything. But yeah, no, I think that about covers it. So, till next time, get off your computer and go play some more games.